Hi everyone, I'm Janice. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple weeks that I haven't uploaded anything, mainly because I'm busy at work. We have a lot of in-person events in May and June, hence I didn't have any time to edit a video at home. So right now I'm in Montreal for 2 days for a work event. I intentionally did not bring anything to knit, because if I did, I wouldn't be able to record this intro. Despite from being very busy, I still managed to work on a few craft related items behind the scenes. Like a couple pair of socks and also the gingham tote bag, a beaded brooch, and a crochet tote bag. And I'm really glad that I had the chance to finish them. So grab yourself a cup of coffee or snack and enjoy! First of all, I finally got my hands on this Adekake brooch by Miyuki from my parents who brought this all the way from Japan to Hong Kong to Toronto. This beaded embroidery kit includes everything that you need, even the needle, thread, and glue. All you need is your hands and a couple hours. The first bead that needs to be embroidered on is the red earring. Luckily, the single bead was not too hard to embroider on. Then was the face. I used a technique taught in the kit. It's embroidering 2 beads at the same time for a faster pace. It's also quite secure, and I use this technique throughout the whole process. Since the beads are extra tiny, the needle and thread were also super tiny. So it was quite a challenge to thread the thread through the needle. I later found this threader hiding in my sewing stash and found it to be very helpful for this project. You first poke the threader through the hole in the needle, then thread the piece of thread through the threader. It's a tongue twister here. Then you pull the threader so that the thread can pass through the needle. So here's how I'm doing so far. I did the face, the hair, the book, and the bag handle. And I'm so excited to finish it. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. Here's what I did so far. I finished the head, the coat, just the all of the main colors have been finished, and just a few more rows of pink and the boots left. And I think it should take another hour or two, should be finished. Then after that, I will have to cut this whole thing out and then add a pin to it. I forgot to mention, before cutting the beaded part out, I had to apply glue at the back where all the threads are to secure the knots and stitches. Once done, I left it for 2 hours to let the glue dry completely. After that, I cut the beaded part out and traced the silhouette on the back of the leather. Then cut out 2 small holes on the leather for the pin to go through. Once that's done, I applied glue all over the back of the beaded part and put the 2 pieces together. On to the next project. As mentioned in my last video, I've recently joined the sock cult and have been knitting socks non-stop. This is my 4th pair. It's a cable knit pattern where I did cabling on every 4th row. The yarn was purchased from a Chinese artist called Tang Shui, and the color of the sock yarn is called Sweet Cake, which makes full sense because the color combo really does remind me of a birthday cake. While knitting the second sock, I start to realize that I did not have enough yarn to finish it. I had this feeling when I was knitting the heel part, so I had already used another yarn for it. If you can see from this clip, the heel part is in a different color. I had a couple more rows to knit, but I only had this much yarn left. So I took out my Mondim yarn in cream color out again and tried to make it work. Since I'm very close to the tote part, where I will be doing the gingham pattern, the cream color might not be too noticeable here, so hopefully it will work well. Here's a close-up of the final product. As you can see, the cream yarn did not 100% blend in, but at least I completed this pair, and I guess no one will actually look that closely at your socks. I'm also including the gingham pattern here if you're interested. Next up is the gingham tote bag that I've been longing to make for a year. I've had this pink gingham fabric from Paris since last year, and it's been a year that I've wanted to make a tote bag. Here are my measurements for the tote bag, with seam allowance included. After cutting out the pieces I need, I ironed them to make it look neater and also iron the seams for easy sewing. I'm too lazy to take out my sewing machine and fix the settings, so I decided to hand sew it. Then I just did simple stitch across the handles and bag. The whole process took me 4 hours, which now thinking, it could have been a much faster job if I just took out my sewing machine. Here's how it turned out. I'm also wearing my Tender Leaves cardigan in this video. Next up is the daruma plastic cord crochet bag. First I did the bottom part of the bag with short stitches in a circular direction. Then for the back part, I switched between red and blue for each row. The whole project was very simple technique-wise, but the most challenging thing was crocheting with plastic cord. My fingers hurt so much while doing this project. Here's how it turned out. It's not 100% same as the picture. My stitches were a bit slanted to a side, but I'm still very happy with it and I have no complaints. Though I'm in Montreal mainly for a work event, I managed to fit in 30 minutes of shopping in the area. I found this super cute thrift store. It's very well maintained, the selection was pretty impressive, and the clothes were very clean. And at last, I got myself some coffee beans at a local coffee shop, and that's pretty much it of my free time in Montreal. Thank you so much for staying till the end, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye now!